All right, so if you haven't heard the song Like That by Future, definitely check it out. It's one of 2024's hottest songs. I mean, everybody's talking about it right now. It's definitely trending. It's #1 on the charts. You definitely got to check it out. I'm going to get into the diss that Kendrick Lamar made towards Drake, and I'm going to tell you just the parts that really stand out. So here's one that's kind of a subliminal diss. He says, a lot of goofies with the check. You know, Goofy, the dog, the Disney character, Goofy's is being silly with the check. Nike, Drake's known for sponsoring with Nike, doing a lot of collaborations for all the dogs. These correlations, maybe, maybe not, kind of iffy, kind of a sneak diss, not really sure. It gets more direct as we go along. So as we look down here, this is the part that really got everybody talking. F sneak dissing, first person shooter. I hope they came with 3 switches. So in that song, First Person Shooter, Drake and J. Cole. Also, if you don't know, the big 3 we're mentioning here, J. Cole, Drake, and Kendrick Lamar. These are like the biggest artists that came out of the year 2020, kind of at that era, around that time frame. Out of all the artists, they're usually the ones that everyone talks about. Everyone likes typically either one of the 3. It's kind of like an anime, the big 3. I'm not exactly sure, so I know it's either Dragon Ball Z, I believe Bleach, and One Piece. I think that's a big 3 for anime. It's kind of like the same comparison. That big 3 is a big 3 for rap during that time frame, that generation. Drake, J. Cole, and then Kendrick Lamar. Those are the big 3 when it comes to that. So J. Cole mentions the big 3, and that's what everyone says, who's the greatest? When it comes to that conversation of who the greatest is, it's usually one of those 3. People either like Drake, people like Kendrick Lamar, people either like J. Cole, and there's some other honorable mentions. Big Sean's an honorable mention, you know, Mac Miller's an honorable mention, A$AP Rocky, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of honorable mentions for that. If you're asking me, it's a very hard ask. My top 5 current people are, you know, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Drake, Big Sean, and Logic. And that's coming from that era of 2010. Who do I like the best? I listen to Drake the most. That's all I'm gonna say. But I love Kendrick Lamar. Like, Kendrick Lamar got me through a lot of hard times. J. Cole got me through a lot of hard times. Drake did as well. Like, those 3 are my top 3 as well. So who's the best? It's hard for me to say. But getting back to this, First Person Shooter is the name of the song, so that's Drake's song, he's referencing that. And he says, I hope they came with 3 switches, referencing the big 3, like, there's 3 of us, I hope you guys have 3 guns to be able to take me on. That's what Kendrick Lamar is saying there. And then we get to even more, where he's talking about, let's see, F the big 3, it's just big me. Kendrick Lamar is saying that forget about all the talk about there being 3 of us that are great. I'm the one that's great. Forget that. Forget the big 3. It's just me. Forget Drake. Forget J. Cole. It's just me. I don't think he dissed J. Cole here directly. He only directly disses Drake. Everyone's saying, oh, this is a J. Cole diss. This is a J. Cole and a Drake diss. No, it's just a Drake diss. Let's be serious about this. This is just a Drake diss. Nothing here is directly J. Cole. I don't know why people are saying that. No direct disses to J. Cole. This is directly dissing to Drake. I mean, let's go further into it. When he says right here, look, this is the part also. For all your dogs getting buried, that's okay with all these 9s. He's gonna see Pet Cemetery. So for all the dogs is Drake recent's album name. Very direct to Drake. You can't get more direct than that. For all the dogs getting buried. Buried, he's killing them. He's destroying them. He's burying them. Putting him in the Pet Cemetery. A K with all these 9s, you know, K dot, people call him K as a reference, K9, 9 the gun. He's putting him in the Pet Cemetery for all the dogs. This is Drake's diss. This is a diss towards Drake. This is how he's dissing Drake here. I don't see anything in this verse that stands out to me that says, oh, he's dissing J. Cole. So J. Cole's probably not gonna respond to this because there's nothing here. I mean, he says, forget the big 3, sure, like, but that's not like, to me, that's not a direct diss. When he says all these things that are directly correlating towards Drake, it's definitely a Drake diss. So this is what, guys, everyone talking in the hip hop community, in the rap community, this is #1 on the charts. Everyone's excited because we're wondering, like, is Drake gonna respond? Is Drake gonna take the bait? Kendrick Lamar is a monster. It's no one you don't want to play with, so what's gonna happen? Let me tell you what I think Drake should do. So what's gonna happen next? If I'm Drake, there's 1 or 2 things that I'm gonna do. 1, Nothing. That's what Drake's doing right now. Drake's on tour. He's not responding to this, not paying any attention to it. That's probably in Drake's best interest. He doesn't gain a lot to go into battle with Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is one of the best MCs lyrically. I mean, I don't think anyone's ever been in a rap beef with him, like a direct back and forth diss track, track for track with Kendrick Lamar. So it would be the first time that anyone was willing to go out of their way to battle him. It doesn't really benefit Drake much. He has nothing to prove. He's already accomplished a lot. It would be great for the spirit of hip hop. It would be great for the hip hop community, but Drake doesn't really, he doesn't really benefit from this, especially if Kendrick Lamar responds back to that. Like, I've already heard rumors that Kendrick Lamar has something prepared for Drake if Drake takes the bait on this. Kendrick Lamar is just baiting Drake, seeing if Drake will respond. Like, he knows what he's doing. Drake's very smart. He's very aware of it. Not responding is the best probably thing for him to do. That's option number one. Option number two is what everybody wants. Drake to drop a diss track. Like, if that happens, it'd be the first time that anyone openly dissed Kendrick Lamar, because Kendrick Lamar has nothing to play with. So I think that if Drake does this, he has to come so hard, so strong. I mean, he has to talk about Kendrick Lamar's insecurities, has to talk about his imperfections, has to make it funny in some way, has to really calculate this to where, and Drake has to have another song ready. Like, he cannot just one diss Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is very fast when he makes his music, when he's inspired. Like, this is the MC Kendrick Lamar. This is no joke. So this is like battling Eminem. Like, this is it. I mean, like, it's literally like rap battling Eminem in this sense, you know what I'm saying? Kendrick Lamar is very similar to Eminem when it comes to skill and ability, and just the respect that we have for Eminem is the same respect that we have for Kendrick Lamar here. So it's like, if Drake's gonna do this, he has to do it 100%. And he hasn't responded, it's been 2 weeks. If I'm Drake and I'm gonna respond, I'm gonna take like a month to respond. I'm not gonna do anything half-heartedly. I'm not gonna play around with it because it's Kendrick Lamar, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I think, that's my opinion. If you guys like this, if this video helped you, I'm gonna be doing another channel called Hitsuyo Flow, probably coming here in a couple of days or a week or so, where I talk just things like this, just rap history, rap disses, rap beef. I'm gonna go in very detail, like my top 5. I told you, like Drake, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Big Sean, and Logic. I'm gonna talk about their history, like their introduction to the rap game, how they became famous, the very peak of their career, different rap battles they got into as far as disses and beef and everything like that, and then talk about their current status in the rap game. I'm gonna do all that on that channel. On that channel, I'm not gonna do reactions. I'm gonna keep this channel for different vlogs and reactions and stuff, and I'm also gonna teach slang on that channel as well. So if that interests you, please let me know by commenting down below. I want to start that channel soon, but I want to know if this is something that you're all interested in before I give all my energy to that. Minasan, ijo desu. Arigatou gozaimasu. What do you think about this video? Did you like my explanation? Did it make sense for you? Did it help you understand? Please let me know by commenting down below. For more videos like this, please check out my new channel that I'm going to have coming soon. That's going to be all for today. Minasan, ijo desu. これでおしまい. Thank you so much for watching. また今度ね.